Good morning. Good morning, everyone. We are back. Ooh, y'all, I slept so good. Thank y'all, honey, for understanding that Caramel needed to sleep in just a little bit because, baby, ooh, that felt so good. And I have to jump up early. But we are back for another video. We're getting closer to Thanksgiving. Anybody started cooking yet? Me? Yes. I don't like waiting to the last minute. So I've already started. Honey. So we can get out the way. Somebody says sound great, Linda Gown. Well, I see everybody coming in saying good morning, good morning. Thank y'all for being here. Of course, for those of you who are here, y'all know I announced last night that we'll be pushing Car Chronicles back just a little bit, and it's all good. Thanks for being here, Belle Wilson, my mod. Who's my other mod is here today? Linda Gamble. Who else? Well, that's all we need. Oh, Miss Lady One might. Yeah, I think she might be a mod too. No, she's a member. Okay, y'all forgive me. I'm still waking up. But good morning to everybody that joined us this morning. I see people still coming in. Please hit the like as you and talk. We got a great show lined up for you this morning. I got some great topics. Some tea per usual. Y'all know we keep the tea over here. Yes, we do. So if you guys have been checking out our pop-ins, which we had one last night, woo! If you didn't check that out, baby, you missed a treat because it was some stuff that was revealed, honey. And last night's pop-in that you can find that nowhere else, honey. I don't think I heard nobody else talking about that kind of tea, baby. So it was real down and dirty. So y'all going to check that video out and hit the like button while you're over there, okay? Yes. Thank you, guys. All right, let's go ahead and get started. Everything said in the video is alleged, in my opinion, and is used for fair use and entertainment. Okay. All right. So the Supreme Court, you guys, the Supreme Court rejects the appeal of former officer Derek Chauvin in the unaliving of George Floyd. Now, y'all know he was arrested for his part in unaliving George Floyd. He's a police officer, so you know it's not a great space for him to be in prison. They don't like police officers in prison. So he has been trying to appeal this decision once he had his once they rendered down the decision to give him set amount of jail time. And I'm gonna read off what they had to say about it, but they rejected his appeal. Okay, somebody said, yeah, I remember that case. Very gruesome. The pictures, watching him kneeling on his neck, it just really, it was cringe. It was very cringe. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and play because there's a news thing. I'll play that for you guys first, okay?
The Supreme Court has rejected former Minneapolis police officer Derek Chauvin's appeal of his conviction in the killing of George Floyd. Chauvin's lawyers arguing that he didn't get a fair trial in 2021 because of all the publicity surrounding the trial and the concerns for violence in the event of an acquittal. Floyd's 2020 death, of course, sparking national outrage after bystander video showed Officer Chauvin pressing his knee on Floyd's neck for more than 9 minutes outside a convenience store where Floyd tried to pass a counterfeit $20 bill. Chauvin is serving a more than 22-year sentence for second-degree murder.
Boom. There you go. All right, so y'all remember George Floyd. That's the officer. That's George Floyd there, as you guys see. Okay, they have rendered to reject the appeal. Shout out to Hollywood Unlock on that. All right, now they're saying that on Monday, the U.S. Supreme Court made a significant decision regarding the case of Derek Chauvin, that the former Minneapolis police officer who was convicted for the unaliving of George Floyd. It says that Chauvin's legal defense had requested the highest court in their nation to take up their client's case, arguing that he was denied a fair trial, like they just said in the video, in 2021 due to prejudice resulting from pretrial publicity. All right. Now they're saying that this criminal trial generated the most amount of pretrial publicity in history. It did. It was everywhere. It said that Chauvin's attorney, William Mahonen, says at the time of the appeal. Now they're saying that more concerning are the riots which occurred after George Floyd's death, unaliving, and led the jurors to all express concerns for their safety in the event that they acquitted Mr. Chauvin. Now they're saying that safety concerns which were fully evidence around surrounding the courthouse and barbed wire and National Guard troops during the trial, and deploying the National Guard throughout Minneapolis prior to jury deliberation. So that was serious. I watched it on the news. It was very, very, very serious. Now they're saying that despite their attempts, that the Supreme Court rejected this appeal upholding Chauvin's conviction, which is 22 years. It was said that the Supreme Court declined to hear the appeal without explanation. So by rejecting this appeal, the Supreme Court has affirmed that Chauvin received a fair trial despite his legal team's scrutiny surrounding his case. Now they're saying that the former Minneapolis police officer is serving a sentence of more than 2 decades. Justice is served. And the fact that they're not allowing him to come back and try to wiggle his way up out of that, when you were seeing clearly in photos, videos, okay, and with your, knee on this guy's neck until he was unalived. This man was calling for his mother. Y'all remember when this case was out? He was begging and pleading and telling him he could not breathe, and he was begging for his mother. Okay, and he still sat there on his neck until this man was unalived. So I'm happy that they're not allowing him to appeal this case, and that is it, and that is all. I'm gonna move on because that's gonna make me mad. Okay, and I don't even want to feel like that this morning. All right, get out of here. Child, stuff like that just really gets to me because, but I'm happy that justice was served nevertheless, okay? Nevertheless, thank God, because stuff like that really boils me. It does, y'all. All right, let's move on to the next topic. Diddy is steady losing businesses out here, and people are steady disassociating themselves with him. Yeah, they said that man had the devil in his eyes. He did. They're saying that Diddy has lost out on another business venture. More and more people and business people are disassociating themselves with Diddy and any business dealings with Diddy. Don Montgomery, a former business partner with Diddy, has declined to work with him after Cassie's lawsuit. Okay, now Ms. Dawn Montgomery says that FYI, I won't be signing on to do the 3rd season of At Revolts TV Monuments to Me podcast. She says that I am an SA survivor and I cannot be part of a show that's supposed to uplift Black women while Diddy leads the company. Okay, so she is resigning. She is no longer trying to work with him or anything that is connected to him because she is a SA survivor, okay? And I don't blame her. That's got to be triggering. If those of you that heard the deposition and you've been through something similar to that or any type of abuse, it's triggering. And they had to put the trigger warning on the front of it so that people won't be like, oh my God, because it was a lot. 30-something pages of just Diddy did this to me, Diddy did that to me, he took me here, he did this. It was a lot, y'all. And I read it twice because I didn't want to miss nothing. And I was just like shaking, y'all, at the things that I heard. So it had to be very tense and very triggering for Miss Montgomery, who has decided to resign and no longer work with Diddy behind this. Okay, just the fact that you got to look at him. Okay, and I said now I realize why when he was always out in public, why he would always have on them shades. One, I feel like he was stoned because they said he was addicted to prescription drugs for quite some time. One, I feel like he was stoned. Two, he didn't want people to really see what was going on behind his eyes. Because the eyes really tell a lot about a person. Okay. Your eyes tell a lot about you. And the pictures that you look at Diddy without shades on, you can really see the evil in his eyes. Okay. You can really see the evil in his eyes if you just really look at a picture of him without, and I think I got a picture. Let me show it. A picture of him without glasses on. You can see the evil in his eyes. It's just something about him. It's evil. He has a lot of evil. Diddy is packing a lot of demons in him throughout the years, and it's gotten worse and worse and worse. I don't know what kind of home life he grew up in. I don't know what happened with him and his father. I told you guys in the pop in the other day that he treats his mama like shit as well. It's very telling. If a man treats his mama like shit, you probably gonna get treated that way too. She brought him into the world, so why do you think he gonna treat you better than he treat his own mama? Look at how he treat his mama. You think you're gonna if you think he's gonna treat you better than he treat his mama, if he cuss his mama out and run up in his mama face, you gonna get it too. That go for any woman out there that just think you got a good man and he treat his mama like shit, baby. No, not the one that brought you in the world, baby. To where your security got to tell you, if you ever talk to your mama like that again, I'm gonna beat you. I'm gonna, snap off on your ass, something like that. So I gotta watch my. Y'all know what I'm saying, but yeah. So she has pulled out of working with Diddy. She no longer wants to do any business with him. I respect it. She has to do what works for her. That has to be a very triggering situation to have to look at his ass. I wouldn't want to look at him either. Okay. Those of you that follow me, and y'all know I already put this up, child. That's the new Ike Turner, honey, out here. Diddy Turner. That's Diddy Turner right there. Okay. Yes, you are. You will forever be known as Diddy Turner. I don't care how many pictures you show where you looking distressed. Them pictures he put out that TMZ saw his ass when he doing all this here and all this here. Okay, Diddy. You don't get no sympathy. You don't. You pay that money real quick because you knew your ass was guilty. That means you're guilty. And then I'm not impressed with the statement that you put out with the damn attorney. Well, just because we settled real quick, doesn't mean that we're admitting to guilt. Bitch, that's exactly what it means. Okay. Go somewhere and sit your violent ass down and go heal and get some help and figure out why you so fucked up like you are. And I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. I gotta be raw this morning. Because Diddy sends me, honey. He's saying he ain't ran up on the right woman yet. This one right here. Oh, we gonna hit back. I'm sorry. Hit me, nigga. Okay. We ain't gonna go there. We ain't go there. I ain't that tight. He ain't ran up on the right one yet. No. Somebody said, Diddy, thick neck Turner. Y'all are giving too much this. Y'all are giving too much this morning. Okay, let's move on because I don't want nobody to be triggered because I know I have a lot of women that follow me and watch my show. We had a woman that was very brave enough last night to come up on the pop in and talk about her experience. Shout out to you if you're in the chat this morning, and to anybody who shares their experience. Okay, because it's got to be hard. Just when you talk about it, you're reliving it. Okay, I'm gonna say it again. When you talk about a horrible experience that you went through, you are reliving it. And sometimes that can be very horrific and that can pull at your heartstrings. But it also helps when you talk about it because, like I said last night, you are helping somebody else who also went through it, who may not know how to get out of it or how to deal with it or cope through it. Okay. So always, when you can, and I'm not going to force anybody to talk about anything when they're not ready, but when you feel like you're ready, okay, then share. Always feel like you can share something so that you can help somebody else. Okay, let's move on to the next thing. Oh, I did have one more thing about Diddy, and I did not want to talk about him again. But I got to put this out there because it is news, guys. Golly, I just not want to talk about his ass again. But we got to talk about it. All right, so there's the development that came out with Diddy. I thought I was done with his ass. Let me go on and get mad again. Fuck. All right, here we go. So Diddy, honey, allegedly, they're saying, has forced he did force Cassie to get breast implants and then demanded that she reverse the surgery the next day. Now, I've never had breast implants, but I can imagine that would be very painful because they had to cut you, they had to put the implants in and da. All right, so they're saying that despite health risks because they were too big. He was saying that they're too big. So did she not get a say so in terms of that's her body now, mind you? Did she not get a say so in terms of saying, hey, I don't want to, first of all, I don't want breast implants because y'all know she had a boy body. She was a pretty girl. I'm saying it again, she was a pretty girl. Shout out to the Jasmine brand because that's where I saw it. Look at her. Beautiful. She had a boy body. He wanted to make her into what he wanted to make her into. All right. I don't think she wanted him. But let's go ahead and read what it says and then we're going to move on. It says that Diddy may have settled his lawsuit with Cassie, but the allegations against him are still rolling in. And it's like every day. I'm seeing something every day. Now they're saying that according to an insider who allegedly witnessed firsthand what Cassie had to endure during her decade-long relationship with Diddy, that the 54-year-old celeb was very controlling and abusive. It says that the source claimed that Diddy had final say about everything involving Cassie, who's 37 years old now, including her physical appearance, and even once forced her to get breast implants, okay? There says that reportedly in 2009 that Diddy consulted with celebrity surgeon Dr. Frank Ryan about how he wanted Cassie's body to look. Did she have a say-so in this? So notice it says celebrity doctor. So that means this doctor is willing to do whatever he is asked to do if the price is right, okay? And I'm getting ready to prove that here in a second. Now they're saying that the source says that it was him talking about what he wanted, meaning Diddy. Cassie was like his doll, like a dress-up doll, that she had a flat chest, and he said that he wanted a full shape, sexy, but not too big. So this is what he's telling the doctor. She had no input, okay? They continued saying that men are usually kind of quiet in these consultations. They says that it was out of the ordinary that he was doing all the talking and she wasn't saying anything. They says that she appeared very meek, that she was more like a Stepford wife, agreeing amicably but very quiet. It says that a few weeks later that Diddy chatted with Dr. Ryan. Cassie arrived at the medical facility for her procedure. All right. It says that reportedly the surgery went well, but Diddy wasn't happy with the results. It says that allegedly one day after Cassie received the implants that the music vet demanded that they be removed. Oh my God. They're saying that the insider claimed that Dr. Ryan, who passed in 2010, urged Diddy to change his mind, explaining that such an invasive surgery required at least 6 months to heal. Okay. This is, however, Diddy did not care. It says that the witness also said, but Diddy was like, no, they've got to come out. Call whoever you need to call, but they've got to come out because they're too big. It says that it also continued saying that to me, watching this, that it was so cruel and so horrible. They said she was treated like a rat and was literally like her voice was snatched and there was nothing that she could do about it. She was very emotional and she cried because she was in so much pain. Yeah. In so much pain. All right. Now they're saying that that the doctor actually told Diddy that it's not a great idea to do that because she had just had him in and she's got to wait for 6 months so that her body can heal. And then if you want to make any adjustments to that, then come back after that and then we'll revisit it. But the fact that he wanted it done the day after, y'all know how it is. And when you have surgery, the next day you're in more pain. You're in more pain the next day after surgery. You're already in pain the day of, but the day after, you're in a lot of pain. So imagine having to go back through all of that again the next day after you've already been cut and everything else. You got to be sedated again. Like, think about that. That's a lot on a person's body. And all she could do was cry like, no, I don't want to do that. I'm already hurting. They said that she was doubled over in pain and she cried. And he still made her go and have this done. I blame the doctor, first of all, because you have a certain responsibility when you take on the title of being a doctor to make the best decision in terms of the patient. If you know medically that it's not a sound decision to do something, and because someone shoots you a little extra money and you go against your your rules and regulations in terms of surgery for a client, then that speaks volumes to the type of person you are, and your license should have been snatched. But they said he passed away in 2010. This happened in 2009, conveniently. Maybe that was God's way of moving you out the way for doing some effed up stuff, sir. You should have been you should have had your license snatched for doing that. You could have, it could have been a lot of damage done to her. So my prayers are to Cassie, because every time I hear more and more stuff, including the deposition, this girl went through a lot. And it's amazing that she was able to still walk away with her life after hearing all the things that she endured from all of the things he made her take, to all of the abuse and all the stuff that she encountered. It's amazing that she was able to walk away from her life. She's still a beautiful girl. She still, of course, has the breast implants. And it's looking like he had some other things done to her body, because she was like straight up and down. Cassie had no body. She just had a pretty face. When she first came out, she first came on scene in the Me and You video, she was straight up and down. She had no chest, she had no hips, she didn't have no butt. But you started seeing things starting to kind of form with her as time went on when she was with Diddy. You could tell that they were making some tweaks here and there, because of course, you know, Diddy is about image. So any woman that is on his arm, they got to be a bad biatch out here. Kim Porter, beautiful woman. Okay. She was kind of slender too, but you could tell, I think she might've had some breast implants or something done as well. But shout out to you, Cassie, baby, wherever you are. I pray that you are somewhere safe. And I pray that you continue to heal. And I pray that you see all the love that you are receiving, dear, after you filed this lawsuit. She's getting a lot of love from a lot of women. And it's a lot of women, too, that I'm seeing online, because I read comments that are being very insensitive. Oh, it's only about money. If you've never been in a situation like that, you cannot speak on it. You cannot speak on it. And in fact, that women cannot step up and realize what this girl went through. I don't feel like she has a reason to lie about anything. I believe everything that was said in that deposition. I do. Everything that she said this man did to her, I believe it. We're starting to see pictures of her now to where she was assaulted. We're seeing things now. And Diddy is working overtime to fix his image. Like I said last night, he's already gone and scrubbed Kim Porter's Wikipedia page. He took it down. If you pull it up, his information is there. He is doing everything he can because Kim's name is coming up in this as well in terms of saying her body needs to be exhumed. They need to look more into what really happened to her because according to Jaguar Wright, which I also believe, and a lot of people like to discount Jaguar Wright because she's done a lot of crazy shit throughout the industry and whatever. I feel like a lot of stuff that she says is very credible. I feel like she knows a lot of people in the industry. I feel like she's been to a lot of these parties. I feel like she's seen a lot. She's also talked about how she hung out at Bad Boy Records a lot. And she knows a lot of the dirty, grimy stuff that happened behind the scenes. But people like to make it seem like she's just crazy and she don't know what she's talking about. And I believe her. She says that she feels like Kim Porter may have been poisoned. And I feel like that may have been the case because Diddy was the one who found her. When the coroner and when the police and everybody arrived, Diddy was the only one there. Now, if you go back and look at, if you go back and look at videos and go back and look at posts about Kim Porter, they were saying that she had an around-the-clock nurse who stayed with her the entire time while she was sick, dealing with this. So where was this nurse when Diddy brought his ass up in there to make it seem like he was the one that found her, that he was the one that was there with her, that Kim was all alone when she suddenly passed away? Bullshit. Where was this person? Did they send this said doctor or nurse away so that whatever happened to Kim, and I'm going to say allegedly, happened to her while she was alone? Why was she left alone if she was in such bad shape and they had given her some type of medicine and she had a close eye on her when it was already said in other posts and videos that she was never left alone? It sounds very suspicious to me. And then for him to be the one to find her, I'm sorry. Her family, they got duped out of doing her funeral the way they wanted to because Diddy took over, and I felt like he was trying to rush things so that certain things wouldn't be caught in terms of Kim Porter and them doing, the investigations that they needed to. I feel like he's a person of power. I feel like he has all of this money and he has influences. And I've already heard where he have like people like police officers and judges and all types of people where he has influence over them because of who he is and who he's connected to. So he has the power to move things along and cover things up and make things not come out, in the open if he don't want it to come out. But the one person that you could not stop, Mr. Can't Stop, Won't Stop, was Cassie. And that opened the floodgates to expose him. And I'm happy about that. And I hope other women come out and speak about it. And I hope this case with Kim Porter is revisited as well, because Diddy does not need to keep getting away with stuff. When a person feel like they can keep getting away with stuff, they can become very dangerous. And Diddy is a very dangerous person. We've been saying this for years, just like we've been saying it with R. Kelly. And they're able to hide behind these personas that they present to people. Just like with R. Kelly. People say, I don't believe he did that. Why? Because he sing good? I don't believe that he did that to those little girls. They could have left if they wanted to. Why? Because he wrote so many great songs. Separate the person from the artist. I'm going to say it again, and I've said this before when I covered R. Kelly's situation. Separate the person. There's a difference, and his own ex-wife said it. There's a difference between R. Kelly and Robert. People like to merge the artist with the person. That's a completely different person. The person you see on stage is what you're supposed to see, this upbeat, nice person who get up there and entertain you. But when they get behind closed doors, they're monsters. They treat women like shit. They're abusers. And you have to be able to separate and distinguish these type of people that you see up in your face like that. And Diddy is the same way. He get in pictures, he smile, he pull his woman close like, oh, this is my girl. I love her so much. But behind closed doors, go look at the deposition of what Cassie said she endured. Why does she have black eyes and busted lips? Why is that? Why is that? This is somebody that you say, this is my girl. I love her. Why are you calling strange men to come and lay with her if that's your woman? Period. Period. Okay. Ooh, child. I can't wait until he's brought down. Lifetime, y'all need to be on this Surviving Diddy. I don't know if y'all done started or not, but just like y'all brought R. Kelly down, we're waiting on. We are waiting on the Surviving Diddy, because that's how they brought R. Kelly down. Okay. All it takes is one. We said it before. All it takes is one person who is brave enough to speak up. All it takes is one. Cassie, you open the door. Now we need all the other victims to walk in that door and tell your truth and tell your story. And it ain't even got to be about no chick. It's about releasing and getting that up off you, because abuse, you carry that. That's something that you carry like dead weight. And when you talk about it, you get that weight up off you. It's like a monkey on your back. You get it off when you talk about it. And so many people who we wouldn't even believe were violated by this monster. And he needs to be in the same place that R. Kelly is in. R. Kelly is spending over 20-something years in prison. And he still to this day is talking about he want to appeal, that he don't feel like he was treated justly, that he wants to have the courts revisit this. For what? Nigga, sit down. You had many times to get your shit together. The first case, your ass supposed to have been in prison. When you paid the little girl that you violated in the video and her family to be out of the country when the fucking case came about, so that she could not testify against you. So now you get God give you a second chance to get your life together and get out here and stop your mess. And you continue because you feel like you are freaking Kelly with all this money and influence and power and people love you. And bottom line is every dog has his day, baby. Yes. Keep standing outside, honey. That storm gonna hit you at some point. That lightning gonna hit your ass at some point. And that lightning for R. Kelly was in 20 years. And it's gonna happen for Diddy. I don't care how much money you have. Look at R. Kelly. His account is drained. The record labels are now paying out lawsuits through the money that he made through residuals from his music. He don't have no money in the bank no more. They are steady bleeding him dry because women are steady coming forward with saying that they also receive STDs through being violated. So he is having to pay these women, but that don't make it go away. Certain diseases you don't get rid of. You got to just deal with it and cope with it. So no amount of money is going to change it, but it will make you, it make you feel a little better. You can live your life. You can, have some monetary things and be in a different tax bracket. But the pain of what you went through, you're going to still carry that. It's nice. Okay. Yeah. You can get a Rolls Royce. That's great. The scars are still there. You can get the best, therapist and talk about it. The pain and the scars are still there. The memory is still there. Verbal abuse can be sometimes worse than physical. Okay? Because those things stay here. And everything starts with the mind. People need to realize that. Be careful how you talk to people and how you do things. Abuse starts with the mind. And I said it before, it's levels. It's levels to abuse. And we're going to move past it. But I want women, because I like to talk to my women. There's levels to abuse. When you get a person, it's always the verbal first. They got to break you down verbally. Once they get here, then they have got you. They can control you. It starts with the verbal. Then it goes from the verbal to the physical. You got to look at the signs. It's like a domino effect. So if you don't catch them in time, you get sucked in. You deal with that Stockholm syndrome where you want to leave, but you can't. Your hand is on the doorknob, but you can't turn it because right here is telling you, he's not going to let me leave. I can't leave. This person loved me. When deep down, you know that person does not. It's a facade. It's a spirit. Abuse is a spirit from the devil because naturally men are supposed to be protectors of women. We came from a man, the rib of a man. We were made by a man, one man. Go back and read your Bible. Man was created first and God said, he needs somebody else, a helpmeet. And I'm going to make him a helpmeet through him, which is why we were brought from his side, the rib. A woman's place is beside, but we have a lot of narcissistic men that believe women belong back there. No. If you read your Bible, it says that beside every man. Okay, it's a good one. Beside, not behind. I don't belong. What am I doing back there? What's back there? You're here. I need to be here. I'm your helpmeet. I was brought from your side. I'm supposed to be by your side. That's why I'm standing beside you when we get married. Well, am I standing behind you like we're in a fucking choir? Like, what is this? You are standing beside me when you get married, looking me in my face, telling me that you promise to love, cherish, and honor me. But you have a lot of people that just saying the words and they're not doing what they promised to do. But let's move on. Know the signs, see the signs, and react by those signs, meaning get out of there. I don't care how much money they have, the lifestyle they provide. I don't care. There are programs that are set up out here. Women don't feel like you trapped. If I leave, I don't know how I'm gonna pay this. There are programs that are set up to help women. They have shelters, they have places, whatever you got to do. Things. I don't care about things. And don't you care about things when it comes to your life, your mental status, your children who have to grow up in effed up situations. Okay. Realize that you raising girls, don't keep them in that situation because they're growing up to think this is normal. Daddy screaming at mama, I got to find a man that screams at me, or I'm not going to be a great woman as I see my mother is. And that's just not the way. No, absolutely not. All right, let's move on. Though. I'm happy that everything is coming out with Diddy. All right, so let's get something on a lighter note. Ooh, Lord have mercy. I always hate talking about that, but we have to go there because we have a lot of women that have shared some stuff, and I've seen it. I read the comments. Last night's show was very triggering, and I saw a few of you saying, I went through that, and I tried to get as many as I could to say, hey, praying for you, advocating for you. I'm there. If you want to talk, hit me in the comments, and hit me in my email. I have a conversation with you. Hit me on call me through IG. Okay, I'm not above that. I'm a great counselor. I promise you. That could have been my other job. I'll pray with you. I'm not above that. If you're going through those things and you have no one to talk to, Caramel can be here for you. Okay, hit me up. Send me a message first, because I'm be like, who the hell is this calling me? This is weird. Hit me up, send me a little message. Say, hey, Caramel, I'm going through this. I saw on your live where you said, hey, you'd be willing to talk to me. Is this a great time? Can I call you on IG? Blah, 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 blah. I'll be willing to do that and pray with you because I don't want to see anybody going through something. Everybody don't have that connection. Okay? Everybody don't have that connection, that person, that trusted person, because that can be embarrassing for somebody to go through abuse. You don't know who you can trust, and sometimes you don't want to tell your business to people. But I'm the type, I take it to the grave. Any of my friends know that you can tell me stuff, you will never hear it again. Regardless if we fall out or not, I just won't fool with you no more, but your business will stay with me because I feel like that's grimy. That's the first go-to with some people. But let's go ahead on, child, with the ship. All right, so for those of you who are Real Housewives of Atlanta fans, okay, somebody said, she said, I'm a certified life coach. Oh, that's great. I could have been that in my other life because I love talking to people and helping people through stuff because I'm the go-to when my friends and everybody going through stuff. So that's great. Miss Harriet Westmore, she said she's a life coach, a certified life coach at that. So yes, ma'am, we love that. We love that. And you can join some of our when we have some of our panels, okay? You can come up and inspire some of the women because we have a lot of women that watch this show, okay? Give some great insight to our women, okay? If you don't mind, just when you're ready. But let's move on to the next topic. For those of you who are Real Housewives of Atlanta fans, okay, they're saying that Real Housewives of Atlanta producers are searching for new cast, okay? They're saying that no more than 3 current peach holders are expected to return back to the show. Now, I told y'all before that they're going to be doing a shakeup for Real Housewives of Atlanta because the ratings have been very lackluster. Very, very lackluster, okay, over there on their show, honey. But let's go ahead and read what they're saying. Because I think that I saw 2 of which will not be returning, but I want to make sure. Let's go ahead and read it, though. They're saying the Real Housewives of Atlanta is gearing up to introduce some new faces to the world. Now, they're saying that reports include that producers of the reality TV series heard your complaints, and are seemingly ready to shake things up. You hear that, Carlos? Get on it. They're saying the insiders have shared with us that Real Housewives of Atlanta is currently casting for season 16. No word just yet on who producers have their eyes on, but they are allegedly serious about taking the time needed to select the right women to revamp the series, as they don't plan to start filming until spring of 2024. Okay. They're saying that Bravo fans have already started to speculate that major changes are brewing in Atlanta. They're saying that recently viewers claimed that both Drew Sidora and Sonia Richard Ross be removed, honey, from Real Housewives of Atlanta affiliates and they have removed it from their social media bios as well. So I'm thinking them 2 may be out, Sonia and Drew Sidora. All right, y'all know Sonia's getting ready to have another baby. They're like, yeah, no, we don't care about this storyline. Goodbye, girl. And Drew Sidora, who is going through a divorce from her husband Ralph, or soon to be ex-husband Ralph. Okay, I think everybody is tired of that storyline. It's going nowhere. They're tired of Drew just getting up there crying. She's now trying to do this music thing. That's great, but I don't think that's strong enough to keep her on the show because it's very lackluster. I'm sick of the shit. I mean, damn. But let's move on, child. It says that Drew Sidora first joined the cast in season 13, with Sonia Richards Ross joined the following year. It says it's alleged that the ladies were the first to not return ahead of the upcoming season, but Drew Sidora recently said that via X that she never had Real Housewives of Atlanta listed on her Instagram. I don't believe that, but okay, girl. She says that I never had Real Housewives of Atlanta in my bio, but thanks for the love. And then she gave a heart emoji. They're saying that Candy Burris, Kenya Moore, Sheree Whitfield, which I don't know why she's coming back. She don't have a storyline either. And Marlo Hampton all currently have Real Housewives of Atlanta still mentioned on their accounts. It says that, however, insiders close to Bravo also informed us that there is a high chance that no more than 3 current Peach holders will be offered a return contract, which means that there might be more housewives adjusting their media pages soon. Okay. Now, they're saying in August, we exclusively reported that due to allegedly not having a big enough budget, that fans shouldn't expect Bravo to add well-known Atlanta-based celebrities. So that's their way of cutting back on the budget, because getting new people, they can't come in and demand a certain budget or a certain check because you haven't really come on and prove yourself. As y'all know, Candy Burris is the highest housewife paid, is the highest paid housewife as of now. And I told y'all before about what's the girl name? Portia Williams, Gubadia now is talking about she is looking at wanting to come back as well, but she wants to be the highest paid housewife. So how would they be able to juggle taking that from Candy and giving it to Portia? Is Portia going to show more than Candy? I mean, thinking back though, what has Candy shown in the past? Like certain things that I can't talk about, which I get it when you have certain lawsuits or whatever, or court filings when it comes to her restaurants and things like that. She couldn't talk about the pow at her restaurants and stuff like that. I get that because of the legality of it all, but I don't feel like Candy really gave much these past couple seasons, to be honest. I think we're tired of hearing about the old lady gang. I think we're tired of hearing about her and Todd, but this particular season coming up, I think her storyline may be the issues with her and Todd, because as I told you guys before, and I already did a live on it, she and Todd are having some marital issues where he is said to be staying in the guest house and she's staying in the main house. Now, y'all know their daughter, Riley, she's already away in college. So they're kind of, co-parenting the kids, but Todd is in his space and Candy's in her space. And their issue is that Todd likes to stay out till very, very late in the morning, till 5 o'clock in the morning, or until the strip club closes. And he likes to hang out in strip clubs. But I've already said before, the problem with that is you brought too many people in your damn bed into where this man don't really respect you like that. So now you put that spirit into his head that, because y'all, we talked about it, when you lay down with multiple people, you are bringing spirits into you and that other person. So now that he's gotten this, it's like giving candy to a baby. You try to take a sucker away from the baby, and when they done been eating on that sucker, they're gonna go batshit crazy on you. And that's exactly what's going on with Todd. He's had a taste of that sucker. We know what that sucker is. Can we be clean with it? He had a taste of that sucker. And now she want to slowly trying to take it back. And he like, I'm trying to get down to the stick. That's a lot of sucking to get down to the stick. You got to keep that thing in your mouth. Woo, y'all like the way I brought that together. To get to the stick of the sucker, you got to keep it in your mouth. And I'm pretty sure there was a lot of things that were kept in their mouth, but we're going to continue. Damn, it's too early for that, ain't it? But anywho and anyway, the point I'm making is you can't start out something if you don't plan on continuing, because the other person is going to wind up liking it more than not. So it's causing some friction and a problem in your marriage, and he don't want to stop. He's staying there till the strip club closed. Oh, okay. What you there till they close for? Because we all know the women, child, they getting their money together, they changing up, and they get ready to leave. They backstage doing what they got to do. So what you staying there for? He's saying, I'm just having a few drinks and talking to the owner of the club. Yeah, okay, Todd. You got to have tracking devices and all that on his damn car and on his phone, going through his child. That's too much. I already did a live on this with them too. Team, too much. Sheree Whitfield, you don't need to be back either, because you done had this fake situation with Martell, which we all know was fake. We all know it's fake. You don't have a storyline, and you haven't had one since I don't know how many seasons. Okay, you and that nappy ass ponytail. You can go to. Who else? Marlo. You really haven't given anything that much this season either. This fake ass boyfriend. Okay, it's great. I'm glad that you are auntie now, or auntie mommy, or whatever it was you're calling yourself. You don't really have much to talk about either, so you can go. Okay, really, and I keep saying it, you can bring Portia back. As crazy as her ass is, I think that she will bring some ratings to the show, and they need to swallow their pride and go and bring Nene back. Shit, as much as I know they don't want to do that, and they've already said Nene will never be back on the Bravo network again. Sometimes you gotta swallow your pride and know what's best for the show. You may not, and a lot of people may not like Nene, but like I said before, Nene brought great TV. Her punchlines, the things that she say, her mannerisms, all of that help make the show. Her interaction with the other women, it's just gonna only help the show. And Bravo, if y'all want to keep just adding new, and if you add too many new people, the show is gonna be not as interesting because they're gonna be like, who the hell is this? Unless this person really got some really, really, really serious, interesting stuff going on in their life. And we've had to have seen them in the spotlight a few times or two to even know who they are. You don't want to get too many new people in there and just keep, maybe one or two. We're gonna be like, who the hell is these people? We ain't watching this. They've been struggling with ratings for a very long time. But hopefully they figure that out, child. I'm trying to watch next season if it's given. If not, I will not. Now, another show that is on Bravo. Let's go ahead and talk about that before we move forward. Married to Medicine, their ratings are also struggling as well. They are struggling with very low ratings. Last episode where Quad showed up to Sweet T's bachelorette party or bachelor's party or whatever. That has a very low rating. It says 540K viewers for that. Now that's kind of low for Married to Medicine. Married to Medicine usually has very high ratings. Okay. So not sure what's going on with that. And that was for season 10, episode 3 of Married to Medicine. I've always liked Married to Medicine, and I've watched it since the very beginning. Like since the show actually came out, I've watched it. But the ratings for Married to Medicine is very low right now. So they're gonna have to figure out something because, baby, if Married to Medicine get kicked off, I don't know no more. Like, damn, they need to figure this out. All right, let's go ahead and show that. That's TV Deets for Married to Medicine, okay? That's Sweet Tea. Y'all remember? And she was going to even sit down with Quad. She said, hey, come sit down beside me, Quad. Let's talk. I don't know what they need to talk about. Maybe she want to get some more insight on what's going on with Dr. G and why his ass so controlling. But that's the TV Deets information, okay? 540,000 views, okay? For Married to Medicine's last episode. That's episode 3 of season 10, okay? Their ratings are low. So y'all better get it together. They better get it together. Quad is saying that she feels that they're trying to get her off the show. Well, if you ain't going to show nothing, thank you for showing your new man, Quad. But what else? What else is going on? What else is going on? You going to keep trolling Sweet Tea and make her your storyline? That's what it's giving. That's what it's giving because I keep seeing you in videos with Dr. Heavenly with her toe back wig. Still talking junk about Sweet Tea. 1 minute you like her and the next you don't. It's giving two-faced vibes to me. So what's your storyline? If you ain't got one, you can head on out the door too. I'm tired of people skating by. Tisha and Marceau. And I sent a message, and I said right here on my channel, I sent a message to Carlos. I said, Tisha and Marceau and Kim and Maurice, them two can go. I said, but you did your thing when you brought the Fletchers up on here because they shared more in one freaking episode than Tisha and Marceau's showed for whole 6 seasons. Them two couples right there need to go. You're not sharing nothing. You're not giving nothing. Tisha feel like she can walk out of every single episode whenever she feels like it and not talk about stuff and not share stuff. You are on a reality show where you have to spill your tea. If you don't want to do it, get the fuck off the show. Say it right here on this show. Right here. Get off the show. It's simple. It's in your contract. It already says what you have to do. You have to share. Marceau, if we're going to talk about infidelity, I'm not going to be on the show. Well, get the fuck off because that's what's going on in your life. You ain't doing no business. You ain't got shit going on. You staying in court. You stay in court more than the damn judge. And he's supposed to be there. You don't want to talk about your shit. Get off. Period. Get off the show. We don't want to see y'all asses on that anyway. Tisha, we don't want to see you on that crying. And I don't want to hear that shit. Get off. Goodbye. Thank you. Thank you for your services. Let me turn into Shawnee O'Neal on that. Thank you for your services. But goodbye. Okay. Happy Turkey Day to your little guy. Thank you so much, Miss Iris Myers, for the super chat, my dear. I appreciate you. Okay. Let's go ahead and get it since we're talking about Love and Marriage Huntsville. Shout out to Black Titanic if she's in the building today. And I'm going to go ahead and send y'all on over to her channel once you leave my show after the show. Now, don't leave yet. But she has some very, very interesting tea, honey. And it was brought to me by one of my subscribers. And thank you guys so much. Where she pulled some tea, honey, on Maurice Scott. And I'm going to say this is alleged because I have not pulled the documents on it, but I'm going to put it out there because this is hot tea. And Black Titanic breaks it down, baby, like a 57 Chevy on her channel. So y'all can check it out after my show. Okay, don't leave yet. So she is saying that Maurice Scott, honey, was convicted of the drugs, the cocoa, and is on probation, honey, until 2032. Well, hot damn. What was you doing out here, sir? That's why his ass don't want to work, because he want to be in these streets, it sounded like. But then Kimmy, y'all know Kimmy out here getting out $80,000 loans on her house. She taking out $8,000 on her house alone to give to Maurice because his ass don't work. And we said it the other day. That's who gonna be paying. And Kimmy is. Kimmy got so much weight on her. I don't think she realized that she was gonna be dealing with all the stuff that she's dealing with when it comes to damn Maurice and his sorry bowling ball headed ass. Sorry, girl, you picked the bottom of the barrel. Kimmy waited. You waited all these years to get married, and this is what you get out the deal, girl. This is what you get out the deal. It's like opening a gift with a pretty bow on it, only to see a turd inside the damn gift. That's what it's like when it comes to Maurice. He laid it on. So, oh, he's so fine. She thought he was so fine. Oh, he's so fine. Girl, it's more than that. What was he doing when you met him just cutting hair? And nothing against nobody from just cutting hair, but he gave nothing. You are giving more in the marriage and relationship than Maurice is. Like, how many times you had to beg this man to take you on a honeymoon, and now you're taking out loans left and right, steady putting yourself in more and more debt. And all he's doing is sitting here on probation and giving fake storylines, showing up to Credit One, talking about some he's renovating for what? You ain't fixing no fucking credit. What you doing there? Why all these fake storylines? Why all these fake storylines? And now you sitting up at the table and everybody done made their storyline about Kiki. How convenient. How convenient that y'all making y'all storyline about Kiki to avoid talking about y'all shit. This girl is recovered. Regardless to what they keep trying to say. Maurice, you ain't talking about the fact that you on probation. Can we hear that on the show? Can we hear that on the show that you on probation, Maurice, until 2032? That's a long ass time. You riding around here like your ass was in you think you New Jack City out here. You think you in the movie New Jack City riding around in them Huntsville streets out here. Riding dirty, as they call it. Riding dirty. Damn. And Kimmy just thinks she got a whole prize, honey. Kimmy thinks she got a prize in Maurice. Baby, listen, you ain't got shit over there. Just like Tisha ain't got shit with Marceau. And I'm saying it right here, and I don't care if a mama come for me. We stay on green. But at the end of the day, I said what I said. Doja Cat said, bitch, I said what I said. And I ain't gonna paint the town red because I know what you're saying about it. But I said what I said. I don't take that back. I don't. Sorry ass men. Well, not even men. Sorry ass individuals. Girl, get your life. You ain't got shit over there, Kimmy. Let's move on to the next topic, honey. You can talk me to death about him. That is it, and that is all. But y'all can go over there to Black Titanic's channel, baby, because she did a whole breakdown. And y'all know she be pulling receipts and all that. I know it's receipts, okay? I know it's receipts. But she be pulling them receipts and she have her proof. And, hey, boots on the ground be doing the damn thing. And I love it, okay? Shout out to Black Titanic. Shout out to Black Titanic. We love you, ma'am. All right, keep digging up that tea. All right. Yes, God. Moving on, though. Hazel E, guys. Hazel E from Love and Hip Hop will be sitting down and doing, somebody said screaming. She will be sitting down and doing a very candid, in-depth interview, honey, with the one and only Tasha K. Tasha K is getting all these good interviews, baby, and they are very juicy. Now, as you guys know that Hazel E, for quite some time, she dated Cat Williams. Did y'all know that? During the time that she dated him, she kind of went through some of this Diddy type shit, too, with the little leprechaun. I love me some Cat Williams, but he be having hands for women, too, sometimes. It sounded like, all right, now I done told y'all his ass got a little violent tendencies going on with him too, where he done hit the man in the back of the head at a little seafood restaurant down there in Atlanta, honey, with the salt and pepper shakers, baby. Yes, he did. And his ass went to jail behind it. Yes, he did. He threw some salt and pepper shakers, honey, and hit the man in the back of the waiter in the back of the damn head at a seafood restaurant, and they hauled his ass off to jail. So let's go ahead and let shout out Tasha K, baby. Let's let Hazel E tell you what it is, child.
He did choke me out once, and we had like a whole...
Hold on.
Cat Williams, he's so little. He did choke me out once, and we had like a whole little legal thing. And it was like at New Year's at Soho House. It was like a quick, and that moment got corrected and rectified through attorneys. How much he paid you for a choke? A lot of gifts. My booty. I had got my BBL. I had got a Porsche that day. Like a $65,000 cash gift. For a choke? Cat holds his own for who Cat is. I don't expect Cat to be like Shaq and then be like Cat. You know what I'm saying? Like, you feel me? Cat. Cat is Cat, and Cat got Cat. So you're saying the dick is proportionate to the body. Right. Masika came in, Ramona said, I need kind of like a hoe character. Like, damn. Y'all not recall the scene at the ASCAP Awards when me bringing her on the carpet with me? Her scenes were with me. She was a friend of mine on the show. And then started fucking. And then betrayed me. Yeah, right in front of my eyes in real life. Like, just because you the publicist and you're a retainer to help blow up a nigga's career, don't mean that they're not trying to, like, I've turned down advances. It's giving you selling pussy for tracks, right? I mean, well, Tierra made my pussy.
Not Marie. I know she's talking about Tierra Marie, y'all.
And then when I was with Kat, Offset reached out to me, and Kat gave them the $200,000 because they went bankrupt to get like the Migos back off the ground and running. You know, they were going to dismantle this machine that had taken over female rap, and they were sending Remy to do it, but I like witnessed firsthand at Summer Jam, and they had all these powerful women in hip hop come together to support the dismantling of the Barbie. But let's talk about your marriage. That was very public, very messy, very Keke Palmer.
Child, guess who's gonna be listening? Because that's gonna be juicy. Yo, did y'all hear what she had to say? Oh, Hazel E, girl, spill it, honey, spill. I'm gonna have to listen to that tea with my pinky up like this, because that sounds like that's gonna be that tea is gonna be juicy, baby. I'm gonna have to drink it like this with the pinky up, because we're gonna be, oh Lord. Cat Williams, honey. Cat Williams got a little Ike Turner in him, it sound like. She was saying he didn't pause on her, but she got some monetary things behind okay, and she said she got a Porsche, and she got a few things behind it. Let me see if I got a picture of her so you guys can know who I'm talking about before we move on, because I don't like to talk about people and y'all don't know who it is. Hazel E. All right. This is her from Love and Hip Hop. All right. Love and Hip Hop. I think it was LA that she was on. That's her. She dated Cat Williams, and he was, according to her, putting pause on him. But he went out and got her a BBL. He bought her a Porsche the same day. He was giving her what she say, like gifts, like expensive gifts, and $65,000 cash gifts as well, I guess, to make up for what she had to go through being with him. But Cat Williams, he's a fighter now. He did get beat up by that little teenage boy, but he is a fighter out here. Now I remember that when that went down. He was talking all that junk to the little teenage boy, and he done hemmed his little ass up down there at the little park. And yeah. But let's move on. But she was saying Tierra Marie, honey, the singer Tierra Marie, honey, gave her some little pleasures as well. And I'm like, I didn't know that. But now we do. But I'm gonna be interested in watching this interview with Tierra Marie. I mean, not Tierra Marie, damn. With Hazel E, honey. The wrong E. There's too many E's. With Hazel E and with Tasha K. I'm still finishing up the actual interview with Tasha K and Brother Bilal, which, oh my God, y'all, when I tell you my bangs was blue all the way back that way. Brother Bilal done put all the tea out there about damn Jada and freaking Will. Did I have a clip that I want to play for y'all before we move on, honey? Because Brother Bilal, honey, listen, because it's a clip that I pulled with him as well. Brother Bilal told some stuff, and baby, when I tell you, all right, is that it? Okay, yeah.
You gotta look at Jada's from Baltimore. Her mother strung out on drugs, the prettiest girl in Baltimore. And, you know, she's in a house with, you know, no gas, no electric, you know, no food. She's gonna do what she gotta do to survive, right? And I understand survival. It brought hatred. Like, she began to hate men for what they did to her in order for her to survive, right? That's, you know, because I've had intimate conversations with her, and I know a lot of guys, you know, being in the street, they would come from Baltimore because we had narcotics in Philly that, you know, they didn't have other places. Jada was already famous out there for being the most prettiest girl out there, and, you know, rolling with the drug dealer. So all that talk about her being a drug dealer and all that's hyperbole. Like, you know, you was the pretty chick. You know what that was about. You needed money. They wanted you around to use and abuse you. And then they'll throw you a little something. Period. It's the classic.
So you said it was fucking Jada?
Of course. It was.
Oh, my God. Girl, Jada girl was your woman of the night out there in them streets, girl. Now she tried to say she was out there dealing in the cocoa out there with the homies on the corner, but they said, girl, that's not what it was giving, girl. That you was dealing some other things, okay? Girl, you was giving out dime bags of WAP, girl. That's what the streets were saying. You were out there giving out dime bags of WAP. That's what it was giving, sis. So, oh, girl, all your shit is getting put out, Jada. I see why you want to sue, girl. I see. Let me point my hand towards you like they do in church, girl. Oh, Lord. All right, let's move on, child. Shout out to the dime bags of WAP out there, Lord. Jada. Shit. Everybody done been in that thing. Damn. Girl, I hope you don't swim by the free clinic, Lord. Okay. Jada. All right, so Reese, honey. Reese, let's go and talk about him this morning. If you could just sing Tyrese. Shout out to Hollywood Unlocked. That's Tyrese, honey. If he could just sing, Tyrese would be all right. But it's the victim mess with me. For me, with Tyrese. Tyrese stays playing the victim in every situation. He's a narc to his heart. He don't ever see the error of his ways, and everybody else is to blame in his bullshit. That's what I see with Tyrese. When it comes to him being an artist, like I said, you got to separate the artist from the person. As an artist, phenomenal. As a person, he is a fucking psycho out here. Now, I know they said he had a few mental issues. I concur. All right, but let's go ahead and get into what they're saying about him. They're saying that Tyrese Gibson, honey, a.k.a. Reese, which what I named his ass, seemingly requests a new divorce judge as he thinks his current one is out to get him. It says that Tyrese judge Farmer abruptly canceled a court hearing and ordered him to come up with a massive $450,000 bond within 10 days in connection with his appeal of an order in the case. It says without giving him a day in court to explain how it would be impossible to come up with the cash that quickly. It says that the docs, in the docs, that Tyrese says that he was going to use the hearing to explain why he couldn't pay the $450K due to the Hollywood strikes impacting his ability to work and make money this year. So they're saying, but Tyrese says that Judge Farmer scrapped the hearing only a few days before it was scheduled to go down. So it says that which Tyrese feels is another example of the judge actually not liking him and coming for him. Okay, so he is requesting another judge in his case as a result. Okay, so as y'all know, he was saying, I need all the black men to come down to the courthouse steps and stand with me. I was like, for what? Nigga, that's just child support. Like, what we stand up there for? You know how many people pay child support? He was naming off all kinds of people. Oh, I want, who was he saying? I want Martin Luther King. I was like, he ain't here no more. He ain't here no more. I want, he was just naming off people, just random people. Come down to the courthouse. I was like, boy, if you don't sit your ass down, it's just child support, Tyrese. Like, you're giving too much. Pay the money. Pay the money. Child support is based on what you make. They don't just pick a number out the sky and say, oh, he was in that one movie that was real, real good. That Fast and Furious movie. Oh, I know he is sitting on that. So we're going to go on and tell you you're going to pay $450K, Tyrese. They don't do it that way. They calculate what you make in terms of your music and your music celeb, your music singer, and you artist rather, and you're also a movie actor. Okay, so you are getting money from both directions, baby boy. It's a lot of movies you've been in. It's a lot of movies you've been in. It's a lot of music you put out. You just put out another album. So you sitting on a nice little rack. If you got money to be buying your new girlfriend an $80,000 Range Rover that's tripped out where you done added more stuff to it and you bought her 2 expensive dogs, you are, and then go post it on the gram after you done sat there and say, oh, I ain't got it. Obviously you do. You just don't want to give it to that baby mama. And if you don't want to pay child support, stop having kids. Because child support comes with having children. When you're married, okay, yes, you're going to want to have some children and grow a family and all of those things. But just know, when you make that decision to have a child with someone and it don't work out, if the child is not living in your home, child support is going to be ordered. You can call her greedy. You can call her a gold digger. Call her whatever you want to, bitch, but you won't call her broke. Okay? Period. You can be mad at her. Oh, when I met her, she was in a sundress. That's him. She was in a sundress, and she said she didn't want me for my money, that she just loved me for me, and she wasn't going to try to come after me. Well, she's supposed to say that in the beginning. But now y'all got a child involved, okay? And she wants her child to have the same lifestyle that child shared when it was staying in your house. period. That child should go to private school, just like your other child. So don't be out here crying when you made a decision to grab somebody up because she was a pretty girl. Mind you, I think she's like an attorney or something like that. She makes her own money. Beautiful girl. But bottom line is you owe child support, you got to pay it. And in addition to all the other lawsuits that you're in, because Home Depot is, you in that thing with Home Depot as well, they are countersuing you. So you might be paying out some money there. And you're also being sued by, who else was it? Another music artist where his wife is actually countersuing his ass. So Tyrese is in a lot of mess. And he always likes to play victim, like, oh, they're coming after me. It's about me. Like, nigga, no. Now you blame the judge, saying it's the judge's fault. The judge don't like me. I doubt it. Get over it, sir. Okay, get over it. All right, so getting on to the last, I'm giving y'all an hour today. Y'all know Car Chronicles don't never be an hour. No, we got one more after that. All right, so let's get on to the next topic. I hope you guys are enjoying the show this morning and all the tea that we're putting out there. Yes, we are. All right, let me get on to the next topic. Oh, child, I already told y'all about Kim and Croy, didn't I? Where their minor child called 911 because Kim and Croy was fighting and yelling and scaring the kids up over there. And a minor child had to call 911 child, and the police had to come up over there. Somebody gonna go to jail behind this shit. And you keep on, and CPS gonna come and take your damn kids out of the house because that's not a healthy situation. They already been ordered by the judge. One stay upstairs, one stay down. Y'all keep that damn crying. I mean, well, crying too, because Kim, you be crying up in there. But keep that dysfunctional behavior up, and they're going to come and snatch your damn kids out of there. All right? I don't know if y'all watch Teen Mom, but what's the girl where her son, where mama name is Barbara, Janelle? Y'all know Janelle? Her oldest son, he been having problems running away and carrying on. CPS finally stepped in and took that girl's son from her. Do y'all watch Teen Mom? Teen Mom. Y'all remember Janelle from Teen Mom? Her mama was Barbara. She always said, Janelle. Okay, so they took her son, Jace, away from her and from Barbara because something happened in the house with Janelle and her now husband, the one that powed and unalived their dog in front of the children. So now... the courts ordered the son, Jace, to go and stay with Barbara, which is where he was staying before. But then Janelle wound up getting custody back of the son. But then he got over there and some mess was going on there. So he started doing all this running away. Mind you, he's only like 13, 14 years old. So now CPS have stepped in and they've removed him from the home, guys. And he is now in what they call, foster care now. He's in like a foster home, and it doesn't look like he's coming back because he can't function at Barbara's home, which is Janelle's mom, and he can't function at Janelle's house, which is his actual mom. So that's sad. I was sad to hear that because Janelle, she always pick these ain't shit men that's always abusive and do crazy shit, and she stay with them knowing that your kids is seeing this as well. So it's sad. I hope that they put him in a stable home where he's being loved and shown the attention that he needs because it's sad. But let's move on. Speaking of children and situations, Miss Royce Reed, shout out to Jasmine Brand. That's Royce. Y'all remember her? She just did a candid sit-down interview with Carlos King, which was very good. And I think we shared it over here as well. Royce Reed, they're saying, will not serve prison time in the child neglect case as long as she completes her community service and court-ordered improvement classes, okay? So she mentioned that also in her interview with Carlos King, that y'all remember the situation that happened with her son where he inappropriately touched another teenager. I think they were trying to say that it was Royce's boyfriend. I don't know about that, but the situation happened at Dwight Howard's house. And when Royce went over to pick her son up, she was not aware of what happened. When it came out to where the teenage boy who was violated told his parent, the parent then took it to the police. They filed charges. Royce was arrested because she has custody of their son. So it happened at the White's house. Royce went to jail and had a mugshot behind it. So let's read into what it's saying with this particular incident. Reality TV star Royce Reed, honey, may have dodged a jail sentence. They're saying it according to a recent report that the entertainer was approved for a pretrial diversion program in the case involving her teenage son, okay? And it says, as reported back in March of last year, Royce Reed surrendered to police after being hit with a felony child neglect charge over an incident with her son, Braylon Howard. He's 16, okay? Who is 16, who she shares with famed NBA player Dwight Howard. It says that entering a plea of not guilty, that the TV personality faced a potential 5-year prison sentence if she was convicted. It says that, however, it seems that the court granted her a lifeline. The pretrial diversion program, which will reportedly include community service and mandatory classes related to the charges. Okay. Yes. So they're saying that reportedly a letter from the assistant state attorneys notifying the court of Reed's admission into the program read. This says that this is to notify you that the defendant has been approved for participation in the pretrial diversion program and that this case is being continued pending contract signing and successful completion of the pretrial diversion. Okay. They're going on to say that if the defendant successfully completes this program of rehabilitation, that the case will be disposed by an order of dismissal of a I can't say that shit. Y'all know what it is. So they're saying that if the defendant fails to meet the program's objectives, that the case will be reevaluated and this office will take appropriate action. So this says, if you recall, Reed, which is Royce, was first charged with child neglect after her son Braylon, who was 14 when the alleged incident happened, was found with an individual 2 years younger than him, despite a court order barring him from doing so. It says that reportedly the celebrity kid was previously accused of inappropriately touching other children. So it wasn't just one child, it was children. So it was a repeated situation to where Royce's son at the time, who was 14, it was said in court order that he is not supposed to be around children younger than him. And he was actually around a child. So they did not follow the court order, which is why they came after Royce. So yeah, that's what it is, and that's all with that. So thank God that they're going to give Royce a chance to rectify this situation so that she can continue her life. Really, Dwight Howard should have been arrested, but because he's again a person of power with money and influence and know people that know people that know people, he was able to not spend a day in jail when the incident happened allegedly at his own house. Okay, so, and I keep saying, his son has seen some things in Dwight's house because they've already said that trannies and all that be over there when his son be visiting. So his son have seen some shit that he probably wasn't supposed to see and have been privy to some things that he was not supposed to be privy to. At 14, you should not have that type of behavior, period. Now, we know children are curious at a certain age, and now with the internet raising some of our kids, not mine, not me, girl, sometimes they're going to see things online or maybe on TV. You have to monitor your children and what they are exposed to, especially the internet. You have to put all types of parental things on there, like iPads and stuff like that. My son has an iPad, but I bet you I know everything that he does. Every time he downloads, it comes to my phone. It sends an email saying, hey, so-and-so downloaded such and such. And I can go right there and look and see what it is that he downloaded. You have to know what your children are into and what they're doing and what they are, trying to sneak and do, because children can be very sneaky. But thank God for technology to where you can check up on your kids. And I said it last night, go in their room, shit. That's your house, go in their room. There ain't no such thing as, especially in a black household, my room. Bitch, if it's in my house, it's my room. You're only utilizing it until you turn 18. And if you decide to go to the military, get a job, move out, whatever, then great for you. I support that. But there are rules and regulations when you up under my roof. As a parent, it is your job to let them know you ain't running shit over here. All right. And even if you think you do, you're not. Moving on, though. Let's be parents and not friends to our children. That's why a lot of our children are winding up in juvenile hall and everywhere else. And once the police get their hands on them, ain't nothing you can do about it, parents. We can love our children. Sometimes it's got to be tough love. Don't let your kids run over you and tell you what they're going to do and not do. Period. Because you headed straight to the penitentiary. Okay? The wages of sin is there. I want to always take it biblical. The rod of correction will drive it. I take it however you want to take it. Parents, be parents, not friends to your children. You can love them, but don't love them to the point where you can't tell them the truth and correct them. If you can't correct your children, it's a problem. Because the police, when they do it, it ain't going to be in the way you want them to do it. It ain't going to be shit you can do about it. You're going to be standing there wringing your hands and crying because you did not step up as a parent to be a parent and not a friend to your child. Okay? You shouldn't be going to the club with your child. You shouldn't be experiencing, like Jada said, her son Jaden introduced her to mushrooms. Why are you doing drugs with your child? Allegedly. My son Jaden introduced me to mushrooms. I didn't even know what it was. Girl, sit your ass down. Be a parent. I can't stand to see parents like that. I cannot stand to see parents like that. Get your life, child. Get your life. All right, so last topic of the day, and we're gonna get on out of here, honey. Okay. Yes, God. Be parents, honey. Be parents to your children. Shut up. Now let's get on into this. All right. Last topic. Target, honey. Target. I'm a Target shopper. I love Target. All right. I love Target. Target, honey, is switching up their self-checkout policy, guys, in an attempt to limit shoplifting and increase store interactions. Okay, check this out. They're saying that Target, honey, is testing out some new standards for their self-checkout services. All right, because y'all know that's where a lot of skip scanning, according to Devin Keith, aka Martell thought that was Mel's man or whatever, but y'all know he was doing that skip scanning over there at Walmart. But Target was like, not over here. So they're saying that according to CNN, honey, the Target is testing out some new standards for their self-checkout services. They're saying that the company is rolling out a limit on how many items you can check out by yourself. All right. That says that they have set a limit of 10 items per self-checkout machine. Okay. So they're saying that Target is hoping that this limit will decrease the amount of sales that the retailer loses due to intentional shoplifting and errors that customers sometimes make. Now they're saying that representatives for the company also say that customers complain that self-scan machines can be slow, unreliable, and are impersonal. Okay. I don't mind checking myself out if I'm in a hurry and I'm ready to go in there long lines. I don't mind. I'll go through self-checkout because I don't want to stand in a long line and wait. My time is valuable. I have shit to do. Walmart, every time I go to Walmart, I'd be irritated as hell. But if they have the self-checkouts open, I will go ahead and self-checkout myself and bag my shit up and get the hell out of there. I would rather they do it, but unfortunately, they're not hiring enough people to be cashiers now. We're seeing it in grocery stores now. Grocery stores are having self-checkout as well. Everywhere you go now, they have self-checkout, which I feel like, shit, if I'm checking myself out, y'all need to throw a little discount up on there because technically I'm working here. Y'all remember back in the day, it just used to be you just go through the line and they scan your stuff and bag you up. Why am I scanning and bagging? That's like a job. That is a job at these is it not a job, y'all? Am I tripping? That's a whole job. A bag boy, that's a job. If I'm bagging, child, I'm low-key a bag boy right now. So there should be like a discount code on there. Target, Walmart, if y'all are watching me, Kroger, and all these other places where y'all have self-checkout, there should be a code on there if a person does self-checkout to take off X amount of money from their bill, because you should hire enough people to do the job that they should be doing. Cashier is a job. I'm cashing myself out. Somebody say, I agree, Caramel, self-checkout. Exactly. And I do it because I don't want to wait. But bottom line is, it's forcing me to do a job without pay. If y'all look at it that way, I always look at things. I always look at things all the way across the board. I mean, self-checkout really is a job. Think about it. So it's like forced labor in a way. Do you guys see it in that way? Self-checkout for a customer is low-key forced labor. Okay. Cashier, bag boy. You got to do both of those hoes. Okay. And of course, I don't mind, I don't mind it, but I prefer the person that was hired to do the shit do it. Most of them sitting back there in the break room on their phone anyway. They actually need to come out here and y'all need to open a register. Why the fuck do y'all only have 3 registers open and all these self-checkouts down here? I find that to be very weird. Why do we have all these self-checkouts and only 3 cashiers at freaking Walmart? And Target do it as well. Target do it as well. And people, that's why a lot of people have attitudes and be fighting and carrying on in the store. People are irritated. People have things to do, and you are holding us up from moving on with our lives because y'all don't want to hire enough people. You don't want to hire enough people. Y'all need to get some people up in there, child, because and put that discount code on there. That's a great thing that y'all need to do. Put the discount code on there so when folk check out, that'll automatically take something off their bill. And I bet y'all will get some damn people in there to work and do what they're supposed to do. But that is it, and that is all. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. I try to pull some great topics for you guys and throw some tea up in there. Y'all go on over there, like I said, the Black Titanic's channel, baby, after this show here, and read and look at her video where she's talking about Maurice and all these damn charges. I'm not surprised by it at all because the Scots, they've been on their bullshit. But run on over there and check that out. Support her channel as well. Black Titanic is our boots on the ground. She do get out there, honey, in Huntsville out there and be pulling that tea and getting video footage and everything. So I got all the love and respect for her on this channel. Okay. Thank you so much, Maz, Belle Wilson, Linda Gamble, Scorpio Miss. Thank you guys. for doing such a great job of keeping the trolling down for me, okay? And Caramelians, thank y'all for joining me this morning for Car Chronicles, okay? We will have a pop-in today, per usual, and I will be pulling some great topics again for you guys and some more tea, because I know that's what you guys like. Y'all been getting tea all week, honey, that good old Milo's, okay? Y'all know that Milo's tea be hitting, okay? But yes, thank y'all for being here. Please hit the like button on this video if you have not, and also subscribe to this channel so you can get more interesting videos to come, all right? Love you guys down to the ground, and goodbye.